Hello, hello, welcome to episode 13 of Gilganos playing with Talos Principle 2. Last time, we finished the first of the southern areas, and now we're into the second. And we learned that Byron is wandering in dreams. I think something like that is what this thing said, right? Alright, let's complete the second southern area. Let's go, go, go. It looks beautiful, by the way. Let's not lose any time here and immediately go to the first puzzle, shall we? Go, go, go. What new... Mountaineer. What new puzzle elements await us here, I wonder? Oh, anti-gravity. I mean, sure. I mean, sure, why not? Not really much of a puzzle, though. Graph shifter. Well, that's new, I guess. Not sure I like this. Oh, this is a pretty involved puzzle. Or a, like, tutorial puzzle, basically, right? Oh, that's interesting. Didn't realize you could pick up other puzzle elements with the graph shifter. But I guess you can, never mind, it's not that involved. Uh-huh. I don't like where this is going. Oh, I wonder if in the end, like the puzzles are gonna use all of these new elements. That's gonna be... That horrifies me, actually.
Is a kind of melody. Maybe that's why we respond to music the way we do.
Do we?
Because we recognize something that can't be expressed in any other way. And when we play music, we participate in something ancient, in an act of creation.
I mean, yeah, we're creating music.
Come on, out with it. What's the problem?
I know you're very busy, but you need to pay more attention to what's happening. Everything's slowing down. People are losing track of the bigger picture.
They're still traumatized by New Alexandria.
It's more than that. When I organized the last expedition, I had real trouble finding volunteers. There's no enthusiasm for the outside world anymore. They want to look away from history, pretend there's no past and no future. I'm really worried, Athena.
Spiderweb.
Okay. I promise I'll look into it as soon as I'm done with this.
That's why she left. Reignite her love for the outer world. Oh, I really don't like how I suddenly have to think in more than 2 dimensions with this gravity shifter. Boop. Boop. Now what? Oh, I should have done this first, right? Because we can pick it up like that. Yeah, now it sticks there. Boop. This hurts my brain. But I guess that's it. Okay. Really small puzzles most of the time. Which is fine, I guess. I mean, given how many puzzles there is, it is totally fine. Imagine if they were as intricate as the ones in Gehenna. I would lose my mind, most likely. Gravity manipulation. We've seen multiple cases of anti-gravity on the island. The potential industrial applications of this technology are staggering. So many of the challenges we face when trying to build involve gravity, moving things, lifting things, keeping things steady. One could say that a significant part of human history has just been a long struggle with gravity. Falling to death with gravity, right? With anti-gravity, all of these processes would become simpler and safer. A victory for humankind, as Byron would undoubtedly say. Wow. My GPU is really getting fried when displaying this grass. Wow. Which looks gorgeous, but, you know, just looking at the sky lowers the temperature of my GPU by 15 degrees Celsius. Actually 16. Wow. Alright. And there we have the rocks again. Ah, this time it did. Yeah, so they really do only bug out when they actually reach water, right? Interesting. Ooh, hey, rocks are people too, I guess. Number 3. Upward migration. Well, we're gonna stick you... well, somewhere in between there, I guess. Do we have a second one? No, about a gravity thingy. Which doesn't surprise me at all, obviously. Oh, no, we do have a second one. Okay, never mind. So I guess we're gonna stick one there. Right. Somehow. By probably putting it here and sucking it up. And then putting it over here. And then we use the second one over there. Connected to the first one and the emitter. And how do we get it up there? Oh, over here, I guess. I'm really glad that it snaps like that. So I don't have to really manually aim it. Alright, number 4. Battery issues. Stolo, sorry to be a grump, but what's going on with the battery tech? I had my battery replaced just a couple of years ago and it's already constantly in need of recharging. Can't spend half my life in sleep mode. Is this really what we're coming to? Zagoran. This is exactly what we're coming to. Battery ingredients are rare. We can't scavenge further without building outposts. Herman shut down the mine project. What did everyone expect? Thekla. You should learn to live with less. I don't like Thekla. Sleep mode is a great time to meditate and think about a place in the universe. Do you really need to be active all the time? Yes. Jeremy, let's not start panning about the minor technical issue. Mistakes happen, Stolo. Please talk to Pellegrino or Neith about getting a replacement, which I'm sure will work a lot better. Sure, it sure will. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when Thekla was talking about the election, she was talking about Herman being elected. He seems to be online with her. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Lateral thinking. Great. Oh. The heck? I mean, sure. Easy enough. Now what? What's behind there? I mean, I can see the red from here. Haha, I could. Is there anything else in here? No. So how do we connect to the blue then? We cannot see the blue from anywhere here, right? Nothing on this side. We could hop on. From where could we access the blue laser image without opening the thing? Because we only have one connector, right? Oh, we could probably put it on the thing here. Can we? I mean, there is a line of sight over there. But it still doesn't solve the problem of only having one connector. Oh wait, we can have the connector down there. Obviously. But it still doesn't solve anything. Since we only have one connector. Can I just jump in here somehow? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, but I can put it here. Oh, that works. What do we need to open this for then? Is this just a red herring? Ah, maybe we're not finished yet, right? Oh, never mind, we are finished. Okay, just a red herring.
I've known Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body.
Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were
The Great
both
Evolution.
and so was Byron, but he also made fun of me. And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said.
It's number 5, but where's the lost puzzle?
Today, for the first time, I synthesized life.
You did?
It was just a unicellular cyanobacterium, but the sheer complexity of even such a simple organism is breathtaking. Creating it from pure energy, I was filled with a sense of awe and majesty. A sense that what I was doing was
Okay.
sacred.
Wow.
It made me think about the enormous power of life. 2.5 billion years ago, these simple beings terraformed the entire planet, creating the oxygen that underlies the Earth's incredible biodiversity, wiping out thousands of other species, but making the future possible.
Oh, there's a Prometheus statue. Obviously. I'm looking for the lost puzzle, the first one. Because usually It would be around the first 4 puzzles, right? I think... Is that where we came from? Yeah, I think we did this one already, right? Yeah. Is there anything more behind here? Well, there is. Huh. Can we do anything with that? Cannot put itself up here, I guess. Oh, come on. Can I see the thing from over here? Wait, where was it? Over there, I think, right? Doesn't seem so. Nope. Well, okay. Lost puzzle, beware. As in beware, not beware of it. What's behind here? Question mark, for sure. That looks like it might be a lost puzzle. It is a lost puzzle. Interesting. Not connected with a path? Oh, it is kind of connected with a path. To the Pandora puzzle that has not a switch on in front of the thing. How about on the side? Okay. The heck? Question block. Question mark block. Isn't that a thing of Super Mario? Oh, I had no idea where this block came from, but hey. Fine with me. Now what are we doing this for? Oh, I see. No? I thought we would have to, like, let it drop onto the thing. Oh wait, we can walk over here. Didn't realize. Wait, what do we need this for? Oh, we need to put the hexagon here so we can take the graviton thing here over there, right? Feels like I need to stand on this, no? That doesn't do anything. I need just to get the hexahedron over there. It doesn't affect itself, unfortunately. So why doesn't this lift it far enough? I don't understand. Oh, maybe I need to push it up. Ah, there we go. That works, I guess. Wait, now how do we get it down there? Can I enter the beam? I cannot jump. This doesn't seem like it. Now what? Oh, there is one down there, never mind. I didn't see that. There we go. Okay. How do I get in that? Just jump on it? Oh, that works, I guess. Okay.
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic circuits.
Yep. So how the heck do we get up there? Oh, I see. But I cannot see that from here, can I? Well, not from here, but probably from somewhere here, right? Yeah, there it is. Field notes on the local biosphere. Ayakut. This environment has been modified to allow life to spread. Most of the life forms can be found in other parts of the island as well, but some appear to be endemic to this region. It's possible they were genetically modified to be better able to survive here. There are some particularly gorgeous dragonflies that I cannot help but think were deliberately designed to be beautiful. Miranda? But maybe I'm making the same mistake our ancestors made, seeing intent where there is none. I don't think so. I guess Miranda created dragonflies from energy at some point. Inverter? But we need green there. What do we need an inverter for? That doesn't seem right. Okay, that's the only thing I can see doing with this for now. But we know that an inverter doesn't work with green. But we do need green there, no? We always need green for Pandora's box puzzles. It is green, yeah. What colors do we have in here? Blue. And it did. Good lord. It did light up in blue and red, the inverter, not in blue and green. Where even was it? Am I blind? Oh. I was over there, right? This hurts my brain so much. There we go. Oh, there's no channel, so obviously this isn't working. I wonder if we need to invert a green and send it through there, but that wouldn't work, right? Oh, funny, I connected it to the wrong one. Not that it mattered. I mean, now we should have a red one going, yeah, to the thing over here, to the Pandora's box, right? So I wonder if there's an RGB converter somewhere up here. You know, and then we get red from this inverter, and then blue from somewhere else, and hook it up with the box. I cannot see anything like that. I'm confused. Well, okay. Let's continue on for now. I might have just... Why is there an inverter there? I don't understand. Oh, what's this? Palm reader? Probably. Yeah. South. From Miranda to Athena and Cornelius. Larger organisms from the northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generation of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday a bunch of seagulls showed up. Okay, so Miranda was terraforming the desert here, interesting. With some more work, we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury or somewhere much farther away. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. Oh, they're ambitious. Irrationality. From Enlightenment on the Precipice by V.A. Malik. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. The most human behaviors are irrational and in a sense unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray or observe the stars, but to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history, the pragmatic everyday realities of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is in fact ruthlessly rational. Far too little space for irrational things like kindness or inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason forget that there is no one more brutally rational than the farmer. It is the city that allows us the romance of the countryside. It is technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason, ultimately, is to build frameworks within which we can be traditional. Expect poison from the standing water. That's what the hex code said.
After we talked about science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived if this project works out. Are we going to be mythologized? Is Alexandra going to be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is?
Yep.
It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years. Man, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
But you will. Why do they... What are you saying? You're always gonna die. Not like you could... Well... Never mind, I'm not one to talk. It's gonna take a while for me until I die, so... I can... spout nonsense, I guess, right? But I'm not really close to it, so... I should just stop talking out death, I guess. Come on! Alright, I guess this is where we're gonna find what? Okay. I don't know. Did not expect to fall all the way down. I thought they would land somewhere up there. Come on. Why is this one so annoying? I mean, I am meant to drop down here, right? Okay, why didn't it work time before? Interesting. Just a spark, really? I'm not interested in sparks. It's kind of funny, like... You need to solve puzzles to find sparks so that you can skip puzzles. That doesn't make any sense. Well, this doesn't get me closer to the solution of the Pandora puzzle. Because you cannot use sparks for those, ahaha. Can I jump over there? Let's not do anything for me though. Oh, why did you stop? Well, okay, that doesn't help me in any way, fortunately. Although it is nice to climb up these rocks, walk around on them, because they're freaking beautiful. Alright, let's get back to it for now, right? I guess I can connect something else but a blue from this, right? Or like maybe there's a green around that I could hook up with here. Let's just put this here for now. So I can maybe access it from somewhere else. Still not sure what the green would be helping me with though, because there's still an inverter on the other side, right? Alright, whatever. I could... Can I talk to you? No. I have to say the Pandora puzzles are getting quite difficult. Well, mostly finding, you know, like all the pieces of those puzzles is getting kind of difficult. Yeah, is this where we're going? I guess so. Maybe not. Which number is this? That's number 8. Well, that's not where I wanted to go. This area is a little confusing, I have to say, turning me around. That's number 5, alright. Recycling. Nothing I can really work with right now. Can I? Oh, I can just get this, I see. Alright. And now what? Where was the blue? I don't remember. Do I need the... I don't remember if I need the connector or the... Probably the connector. Don't know. Ah, that doesn't work. But I can put it up here, I guess. Oh, I hate this. Nope, cannot see this switch from here. Where should the switch be? Oh, it's there. Never mind. That works. Wait, wasn't this one? Oh no, it was this one. I see. Now what? Cannot take the fan off there. Cannot take this fan off. How do I get this onto the other side? Well, I mean, I can do this, but then I cannot get back there myself, right? Does that help? I don't think so. Right. Oh, I could use, I see. See, I can use the graph shifter to pick up the connector and put it up here. So I can put the connector onto the pressure plate, take over the hexahedron, and now I move it over there. Boop. And then up there. Boop. Ta-da! That's cool. The Talos Principle. Mitku. Digging through the archive, I was surprised to discover that there is a movie based on the Talos Principle. An international co-production written by Robert Harrison Blake, a pseudonym for an unknown screenwriter, and directed by a young Sergio Leone. It stars Peter Ustinov as Straton of Strajera, Sarah Mostel as his comedic sidekick Nicomachus, and Angel Aranda as the earnest Amintas. It's not a realistic biography of Stratton, but a kind of sword and sandal fantasy epic that culminates in Stratton building a replica of the mythological robot Talos to defeat the war-crazed Spartans. That part is fun and surprisingly well done for its tiny budget, but the movie also contains a number of fascinating dialogue scenes inspired by Stratton's work. Ustinov as Stratton has a line I really liked. "There are always hard times in human history, Amintus. Do you think we are the first to be besieged by enemies or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp. That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing. How weird that this film is not better known. It's what Trevor said in the audiophile 1K found. Great art isn't always appreciated in its own time. It's not like people particularly loved Stratton himself, but we can appreciate it now. Stratton didn't exist. It was made up for the Talos principle. Just by the way. What's with this place? Okay. Yeah, I'm still super confused with the Pandora puzzle, I have to say. Feel like that's gonna break my brain a little. Alright, let's continue on to number 6. And another palm reader up here. Connecting. How it was before. From Cheche Nakalembes Akaba to Antarctica. Moments of transition and revelation. My great-grandmother lived to be 108 years old, retaining her sharpness of mind to her last day. A couple of months before she died, I interviewed her for my podcast. At the end, I asked her the same question I asked every guest. What is something you wish everyone understood? She thought about it for a while. Then she said, how it was before. She tried to explain how much time she spent every single day on utterly mind-numbing activities, like hauling water from the well, and how radically everything changed when their area was finally connected to the electrical grid. Thought there was no time to live, she said. No time to be free, only work, work, work. I countered by saying that there didn't seem to be much time to live now either, but she laughed derisively. I had no idea what work really meant, she said. Young people were weak and feckless, and that's why we let corporations exploit us. Slightly unnerved by her harshness, I asked her if she missed anything about that time. Old photos. Our village seemed idyllic to me, but my grandmother quashed any romantic notions I might have had. Past is bad, she said with some finality. Let it be. So many thousands of generations of suffering, even a single life full of tragedy seems outrageous and unacceptable to me. That's why we have to make it have meaning. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. That's what the hex code says. Return to monk. From the book of Annotated internet comments by Eustathius. I just think people are dumb. Like relentlessly fucking stupid. Absolute fucking morons. Human history is a fucking clown show from beginning to end. The average person, just a slobbering buffoon, bumbling through life like a drunk gorilla in a fucking china shop, breaking stuff left and right, throwing shit at the walls, and never understanding a single... a single fucking thing that happens. Oh, yeah, I didn't see the thing afterwards. 5358. I mean, just look at this fucking software putting asterisk where swear words would be. People are afraid of fucking words like they have magic powers. But the real world shit that is fucking ruining their lives, that's fine, because they're too fucking dumb to do something about it. Return to monk? Brother, we never fucking left. A curious inversion. The return to the mythical state of monk is usually portrayed as a mythical return to earlier stages of development. But here the author instead portrays it as a mental state that has never been surmounted. Miranda. I would like to meet Uncle Eustathius one day. He sounds like someone who is always curious about everything. Founding. Hypathia's Journal number 8. From Hypathia's Journal Volume 1. The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 421. The first new human arrived today. Calls himself Arkady after Chernyshevsky. Spirits are still dampened by the loss of Yemo, but everything is making an effort. Everyone is making an effort. I feel a little sorry for him. He's still so curious, chomping at shadows and staring up at the sky at night, just like I used to do. And here we are, a bunch of grouchy old humans that have seen it all and are weary and tired and sad. I wonder what he makes of it all. Day 421, it's only like a year after they found the New Jerusalem, I guess. But be that as it may, we're making good progress in the new living area, although Arkady will have to use Yemo's old quarters for the next few weeks. Alright, Number 6. This area is other side. Hugely confusing to me from its layout. It's, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a gate there, right? Guess we can do that, and then take the graph shifter with us, right? Can we suck the drill through its own hole, though? I don't think so, right? I perfectly hit the hole, but I guess I cannot suck the drill through its own hole, unfortunately. Oh wait, the drill isn't standing there. So what if I do this? Oh, that's cool. We can suck the drill through its own hole. Interesting. Oh, that's it. Okay. Because obviously, so far we were never able to take a drill through its own hole, right? But I guess with a graph shifter we can. Number 7. It's over there, I guess. So that's the second lost puzzle, I assume. Hey, and there's the Spock, the Prometheus Spock. Behind there is an Easter egg. Hello, kitties. Stowaway. Graph shifter up there. Oh, I can get to that actually. Okay. Didn't realize it was diagonal over here. Wait, I can get up here anyways. What do we need this for then? Well, obviously forgetting. Oh, I just realized there's this down here. I did not see this fan before. That's kind of funny. All right, now we can open that one at least. Wait, what? Oh, that's a very limited path that laser can take. Alright, now what do we do with you? Oh, I guess we do the same? Really? Is it that easy? Like we put this on the... Oh no, this is gonna block the laser, right? Ah, curious. I guess we need the fan. We need to lay the fan onto the pressure plate. Because it's flat enough to... Can I jump up here? No. Huh. But I could probably jump in. Yeah, I can probably jump into the beam. Right, with the fan. Oh, hop. There we go. Yay! Alright, let's see if there's a audio dialogue. And if not, let's do the Prometheus thing. Which is always super fun, right? Who doesn't like chasing a little blue spark? Really? Am I gonna gotta get up there just to touch you? Wow. And again. I mean, at least I make you explore the area a little more, right? Basing off these sparks. But I have to say, I don't know. Not the biggest. I'm not the biggest fan of how the stars are handled in this game. Like, the Pandora puzzles are kinda okay. But the other two, it's like, I guess I preferred, you know, like, much more difficult star puzzles in the first game. Over this. Where are you even going? Oh wait, that is where the statue is. Oh really? Come on. Wait, no, that's a Pandora statue. Right. Oh boy. I mean, I guess this is also showing you in like parts of the Pandora puzzle, right? And other things. Like the spark. But it serves more of a purpose than just having you chasing it around, I guess. Oh, there it is. Alright. Come on, don't you turn. Oh, really? Are you kidding me? Please. Why can't you just get to the goal? Just run over the finish line. Is it really that difficult? Where is it? Really? What the heck? Alright, I guess now it's going over there. You know, if there was at least a timing component to this. Where like, if you don't follow it quickly enough, it disappears back to the beginning or something like that.
Yearn for it with such intensity that your heart suffers. Keep your eyes on that distant vision even when you know that you may never reach it.
I more like to think in iterations. So like instead of... I mean, obviously you always have to have the final goal in mind. But it's much easier if you like break it down into smaller steps, into smaller increments that you can much more steadily achieve Because then you won't be procrastinating that much, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, I can do 15 minutes of, I don't know, walking or biking. But not 3 hours of it, right? For now at least. Delivery. Oh, there's a lot of parts here. I guess that's how we get the second hexahedron, right? Alright, so I'm assuming we're gonna switch these two. For now. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be a hexahedron, right? Because now I do need... connector. And I also need the graph shifter. What the heck do I need this one for? For the Pandora puzzle? So right now it doesn't feel like I would need it for the puzzle in here. But I mean, we'll see, right? Or maybe I do. Wait, dang. Should have gotten the hexahedron out first, right? I don't think I need the hexahedron, so I'm gonna swap this for the fan again. Oh no, I do need one to put the... connector on top of it, right? Over here. And now connect it... those two. Obviously that doesn't work. But we only have one connector. Oh, I see. Never mind, that was right. Now I need to... do this. Dang, dang. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a big mistake. I think I need to reset. Because stupid me, I only need the... Wait, no. I cannot put the connector on top of the... Oh, I can exchange the fan. Yeah, right. I can take the fan again. There we go. I was like, I had to keep the hexahedron, but I cannot put the connector on top of the fan without the hexahedron, right? So that was all right. That should be it. Ta-da! One more! And the Pandora puzzle.
Convoluted.
That's what he said last time. Alright, number 8. Not that I need to wrinkle my brain. Oh, dang, there's another palm reader over there. Oh yeah, still, I need to find the lab, right? So that's probably the lab behind the... Okay. Numero 8. Step and release. That's a graph shifter, I think, right? No. Okay. Oh, I guess I can take off the fan. I can. Is that a jammer? What the heck? I'm assuming I need to swap this for the graph shifter for now. But now what? Ah, I see. Now I have an accumulator. Oh, I guess we need the... Okay, I see, we need the jammer to jam this second one. I guess we exchange this for the jammer then? Wait, no, we need the accumulator to accumulate the red. I mean, I could exchange the graph shifter for the jammer, right? We don't need the graph shifter anymore. But I cannot get up there without the graph shifter. So maybe we exchange this with the fan. But we need the fan in the end. Huh. Let's do this for now. Then get up here. Jeez. Get the jammer. Get back down. Jam the one behind actually, right? Exchange this for the accumulator. Alright, that should work. There we go. Now we need the fan back. But how do we get the fan back? Oh, sure. No, that's not what I wanted. I need to exchange the jammer for the fan again. Oh god, I hate it. This is making me nauseous. Oh, no, stop it. All this swapping around is really making me nauseous. It's triggering my motion sickness, unfortunately. So I don't enjoy this too much. Alright, now I can get the fan and be Gucci. Yay! Alright, now we only have the lab, well, and the Pandora puzzle left. Lab is gonna be over there, where the question mark is. Most likely. Oh, there it is. Hey, Melville.
There you are. Good.
What's happening?
Inside this lab, there's a machine. As usual, I have no idea what it is. Some sort of generator, if I had to guess. When Byron got stuck in the system, it went haywire. It's currently outputting enough energy to power all of New Jerusalem.
Isn't that nice?
Twice.
Isn't that nice?
Imagine, that's causing quite a bit of interference.
Okay. So what do I do?
You go in there and you switch it off.
Okay.
Shouldn't be hard.
I do. Oh well, she can't do it, right? Because she doesn't have access, I guess. Oh jeez. Oh, thanks, Melville. Doesn't seem unsafe at all. What the heck? Tesla coils? Okay. Error. Because obviously, cannot access energy flow manager. What does the hex code say? And the Lord said unto Moses, I will do this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight, and I know thee by name. And he said, I beseech thee, shew me thy glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will shew mercy on whom I will shew mercy. Should it be show? Maybe the image to text thing did something weird. Shew mercy? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know the Bible in English, not even in German actually. And he said, thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. Okay. Come on. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. Energy is eternal delight. What the heck? Is written in caps in between the quote. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. This is a long one. All Bibles or sacred codes have been the causes of the following errors. First, 1. That man has 2 real existing principles, viz. A body and a soul. 2. That energy, called evil, is alone from the body, and that reason, called good, is alone from the soul. Third, that God will torment man in eternity for following his energies. But the following contraries to these are true. First, man has no body distinct from his soul, for that called body is a portion of soul discerned by the 5 senses, the chief inlets of soul in this age. Second, energy is the only life and is from the body, and reason is the bound or outward circumference of energy. Third, energy is eternal delight. Sure, if this is like from Buddhism or something like that, because I do think Buddhism has a lot going on about energy, right? As a as a spiritual part of life, I guess. Actually, let's check that real quick. William Blake, Heaven and Hell. It is a quote from, as it seems. Okay, never mind. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. And I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and its brightness round about. What the heck? As the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the brightness round about. This and the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake. What the heck? This one is from Ezekiel 1:27. This one is actually from the Bible, I see. Oh Lord. Emergency shutdown. Neumer system. Warning. Output max parameter exceeds safety protocol. Error. Cannot adjust output max to correct settings. Access denied. Error. Automatic shutdown has been disabled by user. Oh, is that Byron? Byron accessing all this? 50414E444F5241. Pandora. Okay, by user Pandora. Identify user Pandora. Error, unknown user. Let me hack that into the hex the string converter real quick. I do not answer to your whims, creature of clay. Pandora! So Pandora is the one. Oh, at least this time it's Pandora talking to us. Initiate emergency shutdown. Initiating emergency shutdown. Access denied. Script Athene detected. Athena probably. Load. What does Pandora has to say now? You have no dominion here, creature of clay. Load Athena. Anthropogeny. A text adventure. Are you kidding me? Okay, man, never mind. It's nothing with Athena, I guess. Credits. Written, designed and programmed by Alex16. Pro Team game Jam 5th edition. Adapt or die. Based on the... whatever that means. Play. You wake up in an impossible place, knowing nothing. Look around. You seem to be in a labyrinth of ancient crumbling walls. Beneath you is an altar of some kind, as if you were a sacrifice. The sky above you is a perfect cobalt blue, and you are startled by its beauty. The hex code after based on the Nov says, Truth was the only daughter of time. Examine the altar. The altar is a place of birth and a place of death. You sense that blood was spilled here, that lives were given for life to be gained. This is how all things came into existence. But is it how all things must continue? You have gained knowledge, sacrifice. A cold wind blows through the ruins, and you know without knowing how that is the wind from the kingdom of Artemis. It is the wind that brings with it whispers of mountains glimpsed across the stormy sea and deep forests wreathed in fog, and the long-forgotten cities of your ancestors. Explore the labyrinth. You set out into the ruins, apprehensive but curious. There is a strange kind of beauty here, beauty of decay. You must be careful not to imbibe too much of it. Suddenly, an echoing voice speaks to you. Emergency shutdown settings access denied. It intones. Error. Yep. 155358. Which is... I don't know. 1C 1553. Well, 5358 obviously is SX. First, seem to not be any ASCII code. And this corruptible /2 must put on incorruption. What the heck? What the heck is going on? Towards them. I'm currently translating the... Well, actually, the web is currently translating the, the hex code. Leaving the lost children of Hephaestus behind you, you step out onto the vast plain under a setting sun. Night is falling now, and you can see the lights of distant fires on the slopes of Olympus, but you are not ready to ascend. Only once you have found all 3 sigils will the path to divine flame be open. A path leads to the south, to the buried city, another leads north, to the garden of the Hesperides. The 3 sigils. 3 lasers? The Noma system said in hex code, each is a riddle, but the greater riddle is their purpose. Journey to the buried city, I guess. The buried city lies to the south. It was once a place of great wisdom. The philosophers of old strolled on its walkways, debating the nature of virtue and the soul. Now the sands of the desert have claimed its streets, and even its famed temple upon a hill is slowly eroding. Search the ruins. As you walk through the lost avenues of the buried city looking for a sigil, you come upon a strange sight, possession of ghostly figures, echoes of a forgotten past or an unimaginable future trapped in a moment of celebration. They are smiling, happy, at peace with the world. How do they make you feel? Echoes of a forgotten past or an unimaginable future. Sad? You decide that these must be memories of the past, of the people who built the city and caused its ruin. It can no longer harm anyone. Walking amongst the ghosts, you come upon a fragment bearing the sigil of the owl. You reach down and take it, and as you do, you have gained a sigil. And the hex code says... Talos was not a man because he bled, but because he loved. Okay. Journey to the Garden of the Hesperides. Your journey is interrupted by a frightful burnt figure standing alone in the sands of the desert. Access denied, it screams. Error. Whatever. Fight. Warning. Output max parameter exceeds safety protocol. Error. Cannot adjust output max to correct settings. Access denied. The nymphs lead you to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seem to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grows a smaller tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grows a single golden apple. Oh, don't take the golden apple. Ask the nymphs about the apple. This apple, they say in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Punch an imp, what the fuck? 5358. Guess it doesn't do anything. Punch an imp. How dare you punch me, the nymph says in outrage. Alex didn't manage to implement a proper response before the jam ended, but there will be no one, but there will be one in the final version. Offer to trade part of yourself for the apple. You do have knowledge sacrifice, right? That would make sense. Which part of yourself would you give up then? The nymph asks. My name, my heart, my shadow, my car, my bar. My shadow? A dangerous choice. What is a man without a shadow who is not anchored in the world? You have gained a sigil. I don't know, I don't need a shadow. Journey to Olympus. We're still missing one sigil, right? Suddenly the voice of the Sphinx. Her golden wings her shadow cast. You shall be the memory of all that was, and the knowledge of the journey and the shape of the days to come. Initiate emergency shutdown. No, you must not do this, Pandora commands you. I have stopped you for a reason. If you complete your quest and ascend Olympus, everything will burn. Throw the sigils at Pandora. This childishness will not help you succeed, Pandora says. She is right. It does, however, make you feel better. Error. Error. Everyone you love will burn. The earth will burn. The sky will burn. The seas will burn. Access denied. Point out that Pandora is destabilizing the whole system. Pandora hesitates, and she sighs. You speak the truth, creature of clay. Even I cannot use the flame wisely. Access granted. Bang, I couldn't. Okay, see the rest there.
The flame is not yours to wield, creature of clay.
Who are you to judge?
Touch it, and you will burn.
Then we will. What the heck? Oh, I guess quantum entanglement or something like that. Okay. Anything else around here? Ah, now I can enter the Tesla coil, whatever thing this is. From Thekla again. Beloved founder, Mayor Hermanubis has done much to bring your vision to life. You have almost reached the goal. Sadly, there are still those who refuse to believe. They want to spread their filth across this world, defile all that is beautiful and what we are meant to protect. Hope that when we fulfill the goal, you will return and change their hearts, or cast them out if there is no other way. Raise you. The lion and wolf shall cease. That's what the hex code says. Oh, come on. Good thing I started doing this with the image to text conversion. I don't want to type all of that out manually. God, no. Quadrupled size of primary sight device. Energy output exceeds expectations. Contains singularity. Must revise safety protocols. Halting main device tests until blah blah blah. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Abandon this foolish pursuit, creature of clay. What has ever come from trying to improve the world but grief and loneliness? The most sublime act is to set another before you. This is from Auguries of Innocence. Okay. Byron? Author, failed to load. Oh. From Lives of the First Companions by Randall. Byron, from the very beginning, was most similar to Athena and Cornelius. His enthusiasm and wit did much to keep the people from losing hope during the challenging days when New Jerusalem was still young. Where others saw failure and defeat, Byron saw obstacles that could always be overcome through intelligence and hard work. He fervently studied the teachings of the progenitor and often regaled his friends with fantastical stories of what the world could one day become. When the conflict between Atrahasis and Sanchuniathon turned violent, the first such incident in the history of New Jerusalem, and still at the time of writing one of very few such cases, it was Byron who intervened, counseling restraint and forgiveness. He was unwilling to fully blame either side for what happened, instead emphasizing the extreme stress both parties have been under. Irrational behavior is frequently the result of a perceived lack of viable options, he argued before the assembled citizens. While both Atrahasis and Sanchuniathon clearly behaved incorrectly, the ultimate source of the problem is the situation we placed them in, of having to do too much with too few resources. The escalation of the conflict occurred because both were doing their best to achieve their goals. It's not terribly fair pitting them against each other like that, is it? That said, I do suggest we acknowledge that they are both hot-headed idiots and make them apologize. Aftermath of the New Alexandria disaster, Byron argued unsuccessfully for the rebuilding of the colony. Miranda, if Byron mattered so much to you, why didn't you tell him where you were going? I would have loved to have an older brother. Aww. Athena failed to load command. Location, Fuzon 2. Alright, wow, that took a while. It's gonna be a long episode again. Let's see if we can figure out the Pandora puzzle. Hey, Melville.
You know, dealing with this hyper-advanced technology is quite challenging enough without the place also being bloody haunted.
Did you figure out anything else about the generator?
When I said it was outputting enough energy for 2 New Jerusalems, I wasn't kidding. It really was. And no emissions of any kind. I'd have to run more tests, but it seems like a
Cool.
perfect power source.
Nice. That's very promising. But it was going, in your words, bananas. That was very promising.
Imagine what the megastructure can do.
Yeah.
And what we could do with that kind of energy.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone in New Jerusalem really understands.
I mean... yeah. Alright. Oh, I do have a question mark over there, I just realized. Probably another palm reader, right? Yeah, and then we need to figure out the Nora puzzle. Hey, I could. I still don't understand what the inverter has to do in the end. I cannot invert a green laser, right? I mean, maybe I can double invert the green laser. I don't know about that. Because last time we tried hooking up a inverter to a green laser source was just it turned white, I think, right? Well, I think it might have just been inactive instead of white, so I'm not sure if that actually would work. Also, the inverter seemed to invert blue and red and nothing else, so it's weird. Lift Racia. Oh, there it is. Okay. That guy again, right? Error 5358.
On my last return to New Jerusalem, I perused the latest artistic offerings and found myself deeply disappointed. There is nothing more despicable to me than an artist who pursues the appearance of morality. Moral art is trash, garbage, not even good enough to be used as wallpaper. If art is a religion, then morality is for those who want to be seen in church. True art is for those who believe. Art must be ecstatic, a work of revelation, created in pursuit of the truth, no matter where it leads. An artist must be an agent of chaos in times of order, and an agent of order in times of chaos.
Alright, now the issues that we're having is I have not seen a single RGB converter in the whole area. I'm still not even sure if there is green lasers. Did we have any green lasers? I still feel like, I mean... having the inverter there, I feel like must mean that you need to connect the blue and the reds to some RGB converter. But I haven't seen an RGB converter in any of the puzzles, which means that an RGB converter, if there is one, would have to be somewhere here. You know, like where you can directly access the box switch. But there is nothing here. Right? I mean, you can literally only access the switch from this side. The only thing we've seen that could do this is the inverter up here. We cannot take the inverter out. I mean, obviously, if we had an RGB converter or something, you could just, from outside, we might be able to take it here, right? I don't understand. Why would we have an inverter here? It doesn't make any sense. Unless I completely misunderstand. Convert green to red with an inverter? That doesn't sound right. If it would invert green to red, then it would invert red to blue, but then it would invert blue to green, no? But that's not how it works. I just read an internet comment that said convert green to red with an inverter. Maybe they were speaking of an RGB converter and just wrote inverter. I have no idea how this works here. Even if I would fire a green through this from somewhere, none of this makes any sense. Alright, let's see. Did we have any green lasers anywhere? I don't think so, right? We can get a blue here. Oh. It doesn't help us, what the heck? Third and Canyon. We might be able to connect a red from there, but also that doesn't help us. I'm confused. And wasn't there a blue emitter somewhere here? Oh, there it is. Let's see what this does on the other end. Probably nothing, right? It just connects red to the green switch. Yeah, of course it does. Alright, let's see what we could hook this connector here up with, right? There's something over there? No. Let's see if we can connect it to something over here. Don't mind me jumping, Yakut. I mean, probably. Not really? Can I get those down? No, that just takes them up, right? What if I let it drop down? Like, do this? Pick it up in between? No, it still goes all the way. I cannot even take those down anymore. And also there's no line of sight here, I just realized. There might be line of sight from that one. Like, maybe? I don't think so, actually. I don't understand. I do not understand what to do here. Is there any other converters or stuff around? Because it doesn't look like it, right? This does not have line of sight. I might actually be looking this one up, not gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna tell you once I do so. Because I have no idea how we would get a green over there and what that inverter has to do with anything. I have no line of sight to the red over there. Do not understand. But I don't really wanna... I don't know. I don't even remember if there was a green laser anywhere around anyways. So many bugging frogs. Frogs are people too. Problem with this is I feel like I'm not given the... I might just want a clue for this. Like, how the heck am I making green with an inverter? Let's actually ask the internet that. I'm gonna ask Google. Talos Principle 2. How to make green with an inverter. Just fire a laser at an inverter and turn it into a different color. Well, thank you. I don't want puzzle solutions. I want an answer to my question. Doesn't even answer. I mean, all I can see is inverters that invert blue to red, and the RGB converter that turns them into green, obviously. Maybe I need to find something, but that's stupid, isn't it? Like... Oh, I just realized if I had an RGB converter, I could hook it up to the inverter and to the source of the inverter's laser, and I would have green, right? But I don't have an RGB converter. That's like the only thing I can think of right now. Like, if that was a blue laser there, obviously. Yeah, then I would have red and blue up here. I could connect it with that one, which is blue, and that one, which is red. I'm pretty sure there was no... No, I'm very sure, I'm 100% sure there was no RGB converters in any of the puzzles. Does it mean there's gonna be an RGB converter somewhere? It's just standing around somewhere? But I did explore quite a bit, no? Wait, we had this area with the fans, right? Over here somewhere. Yeah, this one. I hadn't done anything with those yet. How do I even get to this? Can I just hike up here? Jump up here? Oh, maybe. Okay. And obviously also have not yet gotten to the other area. Where there was... Are you kidding me? Okay. There indeed is an RGB converter just standing around outside somewhere here. Okay, whatever. Well, at least that answers my question if you can make green with an inverter, and the answer is no. Thank you. I'm gonna stop being confused about that now. Alright, now I just need to hook up the blue from the previous puzzle, right? I don't know, for some reason I just didn't expect there to be an RGB converter standing around, because it's never been the case so far, right? Even in the first game, you always had to bring that stuff, or almost always, I think, to bring that stuff out of a puzzle, right? But we have never brought something out of a puzzle here, which is why I'm so confused and was thinking about having to find the RGB converter in a puzzle, which obviously isn't the case because there's no... I unhooked it. There's no RGB converter in any of these puzzles here. Alright, at least we solved it. Okay. Yeah, I should have thought of the fans immediately, actually, right? For some reason, when
The philosopher is rewarded with poison. The hypocrite is rewarded with power.
When I ran past these fans the first time and they continued on, I thought like, oh, they're for sure gonna be connected to with whatever is in front there, where we had to use the graph inverter, right? And then after I used the graph inverter, I completely forgot about the fans, and I remember just 5 minutes ago. You're like, oh yeah, we haven't done anything with that. And then the second thing was like, oh yeah, that's probably how you get to the other thing where we saw the golden statue of Prometheus, right? The golden hologram. Which I still haven't gotten to, but I don't really care about now, I have to say. Where the heck is the gate? Over there. Okay. Oh, the gate, the power structure. Power tower. With the dominoes. Is that the way back? Probably. There we go. Okay. Okay. The heck? The heck is this? Oh, come on. This one's stupid. I mean, that's for sure not correct. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've tried this. That also doesn't work. Oh, that's gonna work. Nope. What the frick? I mean, this won't work. Oh, this might work. Okay, there we go. That was a weird one. Alright, come on. Oh, this is a long episode again. Really, I need to walk first? Don't they usually be able to talk to us? What the heck? Okay. Hello. Pandora.
The philosopher Straton of Stagura had little respect for the gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions?
No. It is never folly to pursue the truth, even if there is a cost. Folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly. It was foolish of him to give his own life in the pursuit of truth. There is no folly in pursuing the truth, it was only his methods that were mistaken. Are they? He should have respected the traditions and belief of his people. The folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly.
Yet he was the one who broke their laws. Why do you judge them
Did he?
and not him?
Because unjust laws should be broken.
And who is to decide which laws are unjust?
That's the problem, yeah.
You?
We must decide collectively.
And yet you say that Straton acted correctly, when the collective will had turned against him.
Yeah, true. Yes, and through his actions, eventually the collective will was altered. Someone always has to make the first step.
How many lives must be sacrificed to appease this collective will? How much must be lost for the mob to find wisdom? Consider this as you approach the flame.
Still don't understand why she always gives way if she doesn't want us to, you know, like, find the flame. Right? Ew.
That was surprisingly calm.
I agree.
How aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Alright, let's get over to the last area and see what dialogue awaits us and then finish off this episode. Oh god, this game is much too long, honestly.
I remember when I was
Would have been enough if there was just 2 areas per region.
figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident. And I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
That's why we're here, to save him. If he needs to be saved. Oh, that looks interesting. Huh. Desert with trees. Interesting. Alright, Melville, what's the problem in this area?
Here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again.
Sure.
I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk.
Oh, it's easy, don't worry.
Worth it.
That's the good stuff. I need my fix every time, right? Alright, thank you so much for watching this very lengthy episode of Gilknos playing the Talos Principle 2. Got a lot done today. Next episode, we're gonna finish this area up and hopefully get back into the megastructure again, right? See you then, and until then, don't forget to always GG. Take care. Bye-bye.